Okay, so for 19 and 20, we're going to be using this data. Let's just write out what we got. So we have an average life of 60. That means we have a mean of 60. And we have a standard deviation of 4. So I'm just going to put SD of 4. And the first question is asking what percentage of flashlights will have a life of 56 to 64. There are two ways to approach this question. One of them is to use the norm.dist function. So you can use norm.dist, you plug this into Excel, equals norm.dist, and you would do 64, our mean, 60, standard deviation, 4, and then 1. And then you'd subtract norm.dist of the smaller values at 56, and then 60, 4, 1. And when you do this, you're going to get 0.682689. Since they want the answer as a percent, but they don't want you to use percent, they don't want you to use the percent in the answer, what you're going to do is, just move the decimal over. That's going to be 68, about 68%. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it, which I think is a lot faster, is if you see that you have, right, let's just draw this out, a mean of 60, a standard deviation of 4, and you're trying to find the area between 56 and 64. These two values are one standard deviation away from the mean, right? Because you add 4 to get 64, that's one standard deviation. You subtract 4 to get 56, that's again one standard deviation. And using the empirical rule, we know that whenever we're one standard deviation away from the mean, one standard deviation equals 68%. This is using the empirical rule. So that would be our answer, 68%. Or because we're not supposed to use the percent, we just say 68. So we can do the same thing for number 20. We can do this long way where we plug it all in, but I'm just going to do it the short way because I think that's the easiest way to do it. So let's draw this out. We have the same mean, 60. We have a standard deviation of 4. Let me move this up. Okay. And here we have 68. And here we have 52. And you can see that we are 2 standard deviations away from the mean here, right? Because this is one standard deviation, 4 is one standard deviation. 8 would be 2 standard deviations, right? Because 4 times 2 equals 8. So if we add 8 to 60, we get 68. If we subtract 8 from 60, we get 52. And according to the empirical rule, whenever we're 2 standard deviations away from the mean, that means 95% of our data lies within here. So this would be 95. And if you were to plug this into Excel, right, I can just write this. I'll just write it down here. So just so you guys have it. So you could do norm.dist, you do 68, and you put our mean 64, 1 minus norm.dist of 52, then 64, 1. You would get 0.9544997, and you can just round that to 95%. There we go.